Weeks or months of negotiations to form a government of a fourth term. Her victory was, however, clouded by the entry into parliament of the hard-right Alternative for Germany party.
The country will once again place its trust in the experienced Chancellor and her centre-right Christian Democratic-led bloc. Her CDU party is on track to win 32.5% of votes, making them by far the largest parliamentary group. But Merkel must now form a two-way coalition, which could take months as all potential partners are unsure whether they want to share power with her. CDU's closest rivals, the centre-left Social Democrats, led by Martin Schulz, slumped to 20%, a new post-war low. The exit poll also showing the right-wing populist Alternatives for Germany coming third and collecting 13.5% of the vote, which could give the country its first substantial right-wing parliamentary faction since the Nazis.
All right, and for more on the election results, we speak live to SABC foreign editor Sophie Mukwena from Berlin. Oh, Sophie, good morning to you. Just before we talk about what happens next, let's just talk about the surprise entry into parliament by the hard-right Alternative Germany party.
Well, perhaps the gloomy weather here in Berlin today indicates what's likely to happen in this country. Indeed, the far right-wing party has won seats in parliament since the end of the Second World War, and this is a concern to many Germans as they believe that the policies that they want to implement or push are more of a Nazi-orientated values, and therefore there is a concern. The party did very well because they got lots of seats and they will be the third largest party, but I don't think it's going to be easy for Angela Merkel, particularly when she is in parliament and for her party.
I mean, really, the question now is what happens also next. I mean, with the entrance of this new political party, will Angela Merkel have to spend some weeks and months before forming her government?
Indeed, she will have to engage in negotiations because the technicality here is she's got two options. The first option was to go for a grand coalition with the SPD, the Socialist Party. But the leader of the Socialist Party, Martin Schulz, has announced yesterday that they will occupy the opposition bench, or they are not going to be in a coalition, because when they were part of the coalition, they were drowned by what was happening, particularly on issues where Germans were concerned. For example, the issue of the refugees. There was a perception that they supported Angela Merkel's position on how refugees must be treated, or the issue of the refugee should be treated, particularly in 2015. The second issue is that when the coalition government is performing, it is not members of the coalition who gets credit. It is only the main party that gets credit. And therefore, whatever she did, because when you look at how she conducted herself, her policies, and how she conducted herself at the global stage, she looked like a socialist party member, but she is actually a conservative party member. And therefore, the Socialist Party was able to influence the direction of the country, but they didn't get credit. Now they want to go back to the drawing board so that they can sell their views, they can sell their policies. Come next election, they can perform better. On the other hand, she has to negotiate with either the Green Party and the Liberal Party to form the government. The technicality there, the Green Party and the Liberal Party don't see eye to eye, because the Liberal Party is more inclined to support business, while the Green Party is more inclined to support the working class and the poor, particularly on the issue of climate change. I don't think the two will agree, and therefore she has to spend time thinking about how she's going to convince the Liberals and the Greens to join her. But finally, if the two options are not there for her, she will have to accept that there is going to be a rerun.
All right, Sophie, we'll leave it at that for now. Thank you so much. That's our SABC foreign editor, Sophie Mokoena, live from Berlin, updating us with the latest in relation to the Germany elections. Moving to the United